Hi, I'm speaking with Chelsea Canedy, who lives in Maine, and she was in the top 10 of the Mustang Classic. So, Chelsea, let's kick this off. If you could explain a little bit about the Mustang Classic.
Sure. So it was my first foray into the Mustang world, but what I know is that it's part of the Mustang Champions competitions, and it was the first English version of a Mustang makeover that they, put together and wanted to kind of share with the world so that they could bring a more diverse group of people into the Mustang makeover world. And that's why it was really appealing to me as an English rider to try to be part of something like that.
And it was really a fun event. But now you can look back and you can tell our viewers about the experience. And let's talk about Luna and where she is now.
Sure. For me, like I said, it was my first time doing a Mustang and stepping into that whole world. And for me personally, it presented a lot of challenges that I had never faced before, but that were really amazing to be part of and to be around. I've only really ever been around domestic horses, and so my first time with a Mustang was really eye-opening in terms of their like intelligence and their ability to retain information and to take in the world around them. It was really quite mind-blowing actually, because she's so different than the domestic horses I work with, and it really changed how I work with domestic horses as well. Like it taught me a lot, and she has become like a really wonderful grounding presence in my life. Like she just has that way of being authentic and in her own skin and there, really present in the world. And that's something that as humans, we could all do a better job at. And when we do a better job at that, we do a better job with all the horses we work with. So she's taught me a ton. The competition itself was really nerve-wracking for me because I didn't know what to expect. Like I've never done a Mustang makeover. It was a new competition, so there were a lot of things still like in the works as it was coming together, and the unknown is always a little nerve-wracking for me. But Luna, she rose to the occasion. She was amazing, better than I could have even asked for, honestly. And to end up in the top 10 for our first ever makeover was exactly what I had hoped to do, but didn't know if I would be able to do. So I was really, really happy with that. And after the competition, I knew there was no way I could sell her. Like there was just no way. If I do another Mustang makeover in the future, I would maybe consider selling the horse. But for my first one, she's just so special. She's just so unique and special to me. So after the competition, I arranged for one of my longtime students who didn't have a horse to begin leasing her. And so she lives at my farm still. My student is doing an excellent job with her. She's continued her training under my tutelage just really, really well. So she's still doing Liberty work. She's doing really fun under saddle work. She's working exclusively without a bit, so doing work in like hackamore or bridleless work, and she's so happy. And she's just such a steady Eddie at my farm. She amazes us all every day. She's so great.
Yeah, I think it's so wonderful hearing all of the different people I've spoken with to talk about the Mustangs and the differences and the things that are the same, and the fact that where they come from, and yet you can actually take them and make them
Mhm.
into something that's very special.
Yeah.
Well, I want you to share with our audience the importance of either adopting a Mustang or supporting the cause.
Yeah. Like I said, I had never been part of that community until last year, and it was such an awesome community. Like the care and deference that the people in that world give to the horses, and like the support of a cause. It wasn't just a competition, but it was like a competition with meaning, like a competition with a cause behind it. And to me, that felt really different than normal competitive work with horses. And it felt important, like it was really mission driven. And I just love that so much. And I think like we have this treasure of these horses in our country, and they can't survive just out there in the world forever and ever. And the only way we can make sure that they are cared for properly is if people adopt them. And if they are cared for, either go into training or just given sanctuary in a space where people are going to make sure that their needs are met. And so whether you do that, whether you decide to just simply come to the competition and cheer everybody on, like that is a huge deal. If you're in a position to be like a sponsor or give something to the competition monetarily to make sure it's sustainable, all of those things really are important to keeping this mission alive.
You know, the one thing you said, these treasure of the horses here that we've got, I mean, that really speaks volumes. I
Yeah.
mean, here they are out there and they're available. So everything you've said and you've shared with our audience, take that in mind and really think of how you can also support the cause. So I want to thank you very much for talking with me today. Do you have any last words you'd like to say?
Well, I'd love to tell anybody watching that I've got a book coming out it should be published in June. It's coming out with Trafalgar Square Books. And Luna and our story, our journey together plays a bit of a part in that. So if anybody's interested, it might be a fun read for you.
Wow, well, I definitely will want to read that book. And thank you so much for chatting with me today. And I
Thank you.
am Diana DeRosa reporting for the EQUUS Television Network.